What you see is what you feel. You cannot explain, but it's so real. This is our fate, no one can kill. From birth, this has been sealed.
So, recently rewatched the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Great movies, love that shit. Underrated, because I've been kind of like fascinated by the whole colonial golden age of piracy era, since replaying Black Flag with the whole Resynced coming out on that. But on the rewatch of Pirates of the Caribbean, I realised there's actually a lot of like cosmic horror, Lovecraftian elements to the movies that I never really realised before. So that's basically just what I wanted to have a little look at today, and because I tried to look up a video to see if anyone else has noticed this, and I couldn't really seem to find anything at first glance. There probably is. There's got to be a YouTube video about this somewhere, but I didn't see one just straight away, so I thought I'd do it. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, starting from, we'll go in chronological order. Starting from the Black Pearl. Obviously, the part of that, hang on, let me turn this fan off or down. So the whole, the cosmic horror aspect of that, I reckon, is the whole Aztec cursed gold thing about it. Because Lovecraft often features like ancient civilizations. I'm pretty sure he's talked about Aztec civilizations in some of his stories. Yeah, this is kind of similar to the cursed Aztec treasure in Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just not ever really explained that much. All we know that it's found on the fucking Isla de Muerta, some mystical island. See, that name is quite fucking foreboding. Pretty sure it means island of death, like Muerta means death, doesn't it, or something like that, Spanish. Yeah, so anyway, they take the treasure and then they are cursed to basically be immortal, and when they step into the moonlight, it reveals them to be some skeletal fucking beings. So I'd say that's kind of I could see that maybe it's a bit too on the nose to be in a Lovecraftian thing, but the Aztec curse is quite cosmic horror. I don't know, I find it interesting because I've been looking at all of this pirate history, and obviously one of the iconic figures is Bartholomew Roberts, and his whole motto of merry life and a short one. They speak about that in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
A merry life and a short one, that's my motto. It's all the optimism I can muster.
But I feel like the curse is kind of the opposite to that for them. They get to live a fucking long life, eternal life, but it's not a merry one for them because they can't actually enjoy any of the sort of benefits of being a flipping pirate, do you know what I mean? Part of the pirate life, that merry life and a short one, is supposed to be that you sort of indulge in all the pleasures that you can while you can, because they never know, like they might not be dead, might not be alive next month. So when you get to port, you're gonna just spend all your loot on a bunch of rum, salty wenches, some good food, like, cause all they're eating is flipping mouldy biscuits while they're at sea and that. So yeah, no way to enjoy the freedom that they're supposed to have. So then moving on to the next film, Dead Man's Chest, is when we start getting a little bit more, I'd say, Lovecraftian, cosmic horror. Obviously, one of the most iconic aesthetics of Lovecraftian stories is the octopus tentacled squid-like creature dwelling at the bottom of the ocean, like Cthulhu, and probably the most famous Lovecraftian entity. is literally that. He's just depicted as a giant fucking squid-faced beast that lives at the bottom of the abyss, and obviously is very similar to the appearance of Davy Jones. This tentacled creature, deformed amalgamation of like multiple sea creatures. He's got the octopus face, he's got the crab claw and the crab leg, and obviously his whole role as the ferryman of sailors' souls who died at sea. Some like supernatural gatekeeper as well, the Kraken.
No. Cropland's how it's pronounced in the original Scandinavian.
Is even more, it's like a giant octopus creature that lives at the bottom of the ocean, fucking pulls sailors and entire ships down to the deep. And obviously at the time of sailors and shit, the ocean was even more mysterious than it is kind of today. It was like an actual supernatural place, do you know what I mean? All the myths around the ocean, from fucking mermaids to the Kraken to Davy Jones, all of it is very mystical and cosmic horror. It's like a area which we can't understand, we can't explore. It's out of our reach. The actual Dutchman, the Dutchman itself looks like a fucking floating shipwreck. It actually looks like a shipwreck that's sailing around. And the crew itself are all as well, they're all like deformed amalgamations of multiple sea creatures with like coral and barnacles and like parts of the ship fused to their fucking bodies and shit. Definitely some body horror with them. I feel like because it's all within the context of this Disney movie, and they always chuck a couple little jokes in. There's some light-hearted jokes. You got Jack Sparrow like fucking stumbling about. It always keeps it light-hearted, but the dark themes in it, they are very dark. I want to see a more grounded sort of movie set in this colonial era, in this pirate era, but actual good quality one. But like, this is really the only like, what's the word for it? Like AAA fucking high budget pirate movie, and as much as it's great, and I do like all the whole mystical elements and shit, I want to see something more realistic. After looking at all these stories and reading about the history of this era of piracy, it is really crazy. I'm sort of planning on a video talking about some of the wild aspects of that time. That's gonna take a bit more time, so that's why I decided to just fucking do this one instead. Be a bit quicker. But yeah. What's next then? Moving on. Oh yeah, on Dead Man's Chest as well. The whole section where they get stranded on the island with the native tribe. Gibbs, I think he calls them the Pelagostos.
Aye, the Pelagostos.
And he explains that they believe that Jack Sparrow is a ancient god trapped in human flesh, and that they're gonna basically sacrifice him by burning him on a fire to release him to his true form. So remember that for in a minute. So we'll circle back to that as a parallel to obviously the whole Calypso story. The Calypso thing is what kind of inspired me to make this video and made me start looking at the whole series with a little bit of a cosmic horror lens to it. So we'll get to that in a minute though, because that comes in the third one. So moving on to the third film, At World's End, the whole journey to Davy Jones' locker could be seen as a little bit cosmic horror and a little bit Lovecraftian. Obviously the map that they get is pretty much a map to the afterlife, so that's a weird concept in of itself. But when I was looking at it and watching it last, it actually kind of does look a bit like a flat earth map. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, and then so as soon as I noticed that, I started looking at it obviously through more of like a flat earth lens, and obviously it's quite obvious when they fall off the edge of the earth, that's what is kind of implied by a flat earth, that it just gets to a drop at some point maybe, I don't know. But the other thing is when you see him fucking sailing through, a giant like ice cave. It's like looks like a fucking giant cave big enough for a whole ship to sail through. Maybe that's meant to be the ice wall, you know, I do thought that, because once they get through that ice wall, if it is the ice wall, once they pass through that, it seems like they're not really in regular seas anymore. They're in a different type of ocean. There's no waves or anything. And you get that shot of like the boat sailing through with the the stars perfectly reflected on the ocean. It was perfectly still. So yeah, it's weird. Some flat earth shit. They did put a couple elements of that in there. For any of you flat earth believers out there. But the actual locker itself, which is supposed to basically be hell for sailors and pirates and shit. It's weird how they depict that. I don't know, I never really got the relevance of why it's just a empty desert. But I think just that empty desert landscape is definitely like a hell for a pirate or a sailor or someone who's passionate about the ocean, because you see Jack jump off and he like checks the wind for wind and that, and there seems to be no wind, no like distinguishable landmarks about, no ocean, and he's just stranded on his ship but with no way to navigate, no way to actually sail, do you know what I mean? And he's obviously hallucinating all of the like his crew to be different variations of himself, like even like fucking the weird animal versions of this chicken Jack, fucking goat Jack, I think, don't know, or he's sitting next to a goat or some shit. I don't know if that's actually the locker or just Jack going crazy, because I'm inclined to think it's more Jack going crazy, because them visions continue even once he leaves the locker. He still sees them like the conscience sort of mini Jacks on his shoulder when he's outside of the locker, and he speaks to a couple hallucinations of himself when he's in fucking the brig of Flying Dutchman at some point. So that's pretty again, I don't know if it's Lovecraftian or cosmic horror. It's more just like the actual sailor mythology, but I just thought it's cool, it's trippy. So then obviously there's a part with the crabs, and before as well, I always used to think the crabs were kind of just a surreal, trippy part of the locker. But then when I watched it last time, I think Tia Dharma, she's sort of her visual icon, if you will, is a crab, I think. We'll see at the end, we'll get to that in a minute, she turns into a bunch of crabs. But the necklace as well, the little locket that Davy Jones and Tia Dharma wear, pretty sure that's a little crab. Obviously Davy Jones got the crab hand, the crab leg. Yeah, like crabs are quite freaky animals when you think about it. They just dwell at the very bottom of the fucking ocean, this abyss. They scurry about along the fucking sea floor, find them in shipwrecks and shit. And I'm pretty sure they're one of the most like ancient creatures. Like they're very old, crabs. So yeah, it's cool imagery to have with her. But anyway, that's how Jack obviously gets back to the crew. As soon as the crew arrive in the locker is when the crabs start appearing for Jack. And then they literally take him all the way to the beach. And Barbosa and that, they say at some point like they need to take Tia Dharma with them to bring Jack back from the locker. Like she's got their mystical powers, she brought him back to life, all that shit. So yeah, it all links pretty well, because we see the crab imagery. Tia Dharma's just a fucking interesting character as it is. Her shack like just full of all the weird fucking trinkets and things. I think that's meant to be kind of like voodoo-ish, innit? And I think as well, now I think about it, I think Lovecraft talks about all that sort of stuff like voodoo religions, the old ritual things like Obey. He was scared of them type of fucking things, man. He didn't like them, do you know what I mean? We know how he felt about people of colour and that. But yeah, fucking so anyway, we're going from Tia Dharma's shack, yeah? But that is massively contrasted with whenever you see Beckett, Cutler Beckett, pretty much every time you see him, he's surrounded by fucking like maps and charts and like measurement devices and like stuff like that. It's like obviously they represent trying to control the ocean, trying to control the world. They represent everything being measured and strictly like organised, do you know what I mean? And I feel like that is direct contrast to like somewhere like Calypso, like Calypso or Tiadama's shack, where she's surrounded by all of these like ancient symbols of mysticism and stuff like that. And I just thought it was a cool contrast, and I could not stop noticing last time I watched it how every single time you see Cutler Beckett, man, other than the time when he's like on the like top deck of the ship, any other time you see him, just look out, there's globes, maps, fucking charts and clocks and measurement devices all around him. He's the modern world that is trying to tame this old world of like spirituality and mysticism and shit like that, do you know what I mean? That kind of links more to Tiadama and Calypso, where the story of her is that the pirates decided to try to tame like they tried to tame the chaos of the sea for themselves so they could sail and do what they want, I guess, just live free on the oceans. And here we go, I told you we'll call back to it, but that is a callback kind of thing to the Pelagostos, the island, the native tribes. So when I was watching it, I started to think like Jack and Tiadama, they're kind of similar. They got the dreads, they got the like very eccentric way about them. They seem like mystical characters. So maybe the Pelagostos know about the Calypso myth. Maybe they misidentified Jack for Calypso, and they was trying to do that. It's kind of cool because it's the whole movie before that, and obviously I think they must have somewhat had it all planned, because the second film ends on such a cliffhanger. It's so like connected with the third one, but yeah, it's just kind of a cool little bit of foreshadowing once you notice it. That the idea of an ancient god bound in human form, burning something to release them, because they burned the like 9 pieces of 8 to release Calypso. Yeah, that is Lovecraftian, like an ancient deity, ancient god, and a god of the ocean, which is just a chaotic force which cannot be tamed, do you know what I mean? So when they do actually release Calypso using that little ritual, when they say the magic words as if they're saying it to a lover and that, shouts out to the wooden eye guy.
There's a lot of I'm trying to work in here.
Sorry, mate, yeah. How is the investigation going?
Good. Very good.
Do you need a deputy at all?
No. I've already got one.
All right, Sheila.
Keep it down.
That he has his moment to shine there. Flipping. That's a trippy scene, man, because every other time I think there's some sort of like mystical creature in Pirates of the Caribbean, they're always like deformed and grotesque and like clearly well different to like a regular human. From the first one where you get the skeletal forms of the crew, and then the second and third you got like, it's like fucking the body horror. All of the evil guys are just like deformed sea creatures. But when Calypso transforms, she literally she stays looking the same, but she just grows to like fucking, I don't know, 60 feet fucking tall or some shit, the size of a mast. And like it's quite a trippy image of her just growing like perfectly to scale. When you watch it with like subtitles, it says she's just yelling like indistinct incantations, I think it says she's saying. She's just like screaming as she fucking grows, and all the sailors are stood there looking up like, oh my god, what the fuck, holding ropes. She's still tied up, and then when she's just screaming, the crabs start fucking erupting from her mouth. Obviously her symbol, her image, these ancient fucking creatures of the sea. Just her whole body fucking erupts into a fucking avalanche of crabs, doesn't it? Falls off, all like overwhelms all the sailors, falls off the ship into the sea. And then for a minute, the sailors are just like, what the fuck was that, man? What the fuck? They can't comprehend it, because I think they was probably expecting like a kraken or some shit, do you know what I mean? Or some sort of deformed fucking creature, and she just grows and then turns into crabs and then falls in the sea. They're all like, what the fuck? And then you see the storm clouds coming in and you realise, oh shit, that's only the fucking beginning, mate. Yeah, she's coming. And at this point, I think both sides of the army, Cutler's like Armada and Cutler Beckett and that, and the pirates, they both say like the wind's on our side. It's like they both think the sea's on their side, man, but it ain't really on their side. The winds are both just dragging them towards the fucking giant void which opens up in the ocean. Just fucking huge maelstrom, obviously caused by Calypso, and that is, I guess that's why the pirates needed to tame the seas, because all the time there's shit like that going on, fucking maelstroms and mad storms and shit like that. I'm guessing, you know what I mean? Nobody really wants to be out there. So that whole scene is very cosmic horror and Lovecraftian. From the whole ritual to her growing, explode into the crabs, to the ocean, to the storm fucking rolling over, lightning and a fucking vortex in the ocean forming, and then both the ships are like caught in that fucking vortex. And like when you see it, it's just like the ships are fucking nothing to this like force, the ocean, do you know what I mean? That's the essence of cosmic horror, where it's like we're just fucking ants to some of the forces that are out there, do you know what I mean? Like all the human politics and the little squabbles of the people compared to this fucking maelstrom is nothing. And I was like, holy shit, that's actually quite crazy. Like taking it out of the context of this Disney fucking fairground ride, that is fits right in with some cosmic horror shit. Yeah, but no, I think that's just a different way to look at it, innit? So I'm a fan of the cosmic horror, I'm a fan of Lovecraft, and you can't deny some of that fits in pretty well with it. But yeah, if you found that interesting, I'm glad you found it interesting. Like I said, I'm going to try and do a video on some of the real fucking things that happen, some of the real characters and people of that era. Because that was a mad era of just like pirates, imperial powers, colonial powers. See, the whole fucking slave ship was going on then. People sailing around the globe like on these ships, having battles and that. It was crazy. I've been kind of fully hooked and invested in that whole shit recently. I've been listening to this book. Shouts out The Republic of Pirates by someone Woodard. It's a good book. It was recommended as one of the best like true accounts of the whole story of that golden age of piracy, up until the whole fall of it basically. And that's what made me realise like how much of Assassin's Creed Black Flag is actually true. Like a lot of them characters, Woods Rogers, Ben Horn of Gold, Bartholomew Roberts, Calico Jack Rackham, all of them, all that shit, the whole Nassau, all that is real, that really happened. And it's mad to think that actually really happened, to be fair. Don't know, maybe it's just more interesting seeing as I'm like half from fucking Barbados. So it hits home, you know what I mean? Because they're mentioning Barbados a lot in this book, and it's fucking mad to think about the history of it. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop rambling now, it's already gone on too long.
It's not what you see, it's what you feel. You cannot explain, but it's so real. This is our fate, no one can kill. From birth, this has been sealed.